Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala. Auto repair with personal care. We know what we're talking about. Matt Gibbs and the guys over at Sunrise Automotive will treat you right. We'll treat you right.
5 minutes after 10 o'clock, Matt Gibbs is here from Sunrise Automotive and Crossroad Auto Sales. The show is called Auto Repair with Personal Care. And if you have a question or you just want to comment to Matt, the number is 622-9622. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Larry.
Your name came up this morning.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you were listening to the radio, but we had a lady on who was an expert on trust. And so I brought your name up because that is the primary reason I go to you. And I trust that you're going to tell me what's wrong. I trust that you'll know what's wrong. I trust that you'll charge me the right amount, so I don't worry about those things. I still worry when it's expensive, but
yeah, then you got to worry about
but that's going to be no matter where I go.
Right.
So you know what? We were also talking to a lady about travel, and I'm guessing this is the time you're very busy. You said, is that why? Because people are getting their vehicles ready for road trips.
I think that's part of it. I mean, we're just busy. I think a lot of this is the time of year that the snowbirds start coming, but flocking back to Florida and stuff like that. And I think a lot of those folks, from talking to them, they'll wait till they get here to get stuff done to their car because it's just cheaper here than it is up north.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess up north it just costs more. So they'll wait to get stuff done to their car.
Do you know them? I mean, are they like regular customers every year? You see the same people? Really? Well, how did they find you? They just did? Somebody recommended? Word of mouth?
Yeah, that or a lot of them I've known for years and years. They just, and I know that, when the weather starts getting hot up here, they're gone. And then when it starts getting cool up there, they're back.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you this, that I was traveling somewhere in the mountains, in the Smoky Mountains, in the Carolinas or whatever, and I had an alternator go out. And at the bottom of the hill, there was a garage, and the guy at that garage fixed it. And I was back another year, the exact same thing happened in the exact place. The car rolled down the hill, that's how I remember it, to the exact same place. I was like, wow, we did this already once before. Same problem, alternator. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's weird. Maybe he knew.
Yeah, maybe he's got
maybe that's why he's at the bottom of the mountain.
A device that makes your alternator go out. I don't know. Do we have any warning signs of alternators or things like that? I was reading a story the other day about a lady who it was actually a prayer story, but she had the battery light came on, and she looked in the book and it said, "Oh, that means the belt broke." Is that always what it means? The battery light comes on? Okay, it's just that she happened to read the right part.
I mean, that's one of the possibilities, because I don't know why they put a battery. I don't understand the battery light, but it is the battery light. It's always been the battery light, or it'll always be the battery light.
What is it supposed to mean?
It's a charging system issue. Okay, so 99% of the time it has nothing to do with the battery. It's either, see, if you break a belt, well, your alternator's not turning anymore, because the belt is what turns the alternator. If the alternator's not turning, that makes it's not charging, so therefore it makes a battery light come on. Or if the alternator fails, it makes the battery light. I don't know why they don't have a little picture of an alternator. It would be
or electrical problem light. Yeah. So what does can you drive without a battery?
If you have an alternator, you can.
Okay.
You can't start it without a battery, but you can drive it without one.
Okay. But so if you had no battery, but you had a standard transmission, you could just pop the clutch and drive without the battery?
Well, you could, I guess, if you created enough. You still have to fire. You have to get that initial voltage for spark and today fuel pump and all that kind of stuff.
So today's cars, it's not as true as it was in the older cars.
Yeah, back in the older days, it would be easier to drive around without a battery years ago than it would be today.
So do you have people asking you to get their cars ready for northern type driving, snow and things like that?
Yes.
And
Yes.
what do you do? I mean, do you put snow tires on here?
No.
What do you do?
I mean, we just, basically people are coming in. That was me.
Okay.
I have an emergency line set up today in case something happens.
All right.
Basically they want it's trip worthy, not necessarily cold worthy, but just trip worthy. Now, one of the things, if I know someone's going up north and I know that they're expecting cold and freezing weather, like down here, we put windshield washer fluid in and we just put it in.
Right.
But
right.
their windshield washer fluid is different.
It'll
than
freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll freeze. I know. I did that to myself.
So what's in it?
Well, they'll have alcohol.
Okay.
And so I'll try to, hey, if you're going up north and you're gonna, let's take that windshield washer fluid out and put this washer fluid in so you don't freeze that up. And checking all the all the fluids and and we do that every time we change someone's oil anyway. We check all that stuff. All the stuff that needs to be checked, we check it all.
How does water get into a gas tank?
Well, it's a lot of times water get into a gas tank from the gas pump itself. When you go get gas.
Oh, really?
Typically, that's where the water came from, is when you bought gas. And you're driving down the road, you see one of those big giant tankers at a Jiffy store or a gas station putting gas in the ground.
Right.
And it's pouring down.
If it's raining, So where does the water go? Does it just sit on the bottom of the tank?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about it if you don't let the fuel get really low.
As far as in your car,
does it eventually go away? How do you get rid of water?
Well, there's some stuff that you can put in the gas tank. The Seafoam makes a real good product that, if you got contamination, you put Seafoam in there and it helps the water and the gas mix. It's like a catalyst. If you get large amounts of water in the fuel, which, to be honest with you, I don't think I've seen water and gas in several years.
Because our gas caps are better?
Well, I think because a lot of the gas pumps now have filters already on them, water separators. So if they did get water in their fuel, they separate that before it gets to your car. The biggest thing I see as far as with fuel contamination is either gas and diesel or diesel and gas.
Oh, because somebody pumped the wrong thing.
Yeah, someone pumped the wrong thing.
Well, the one thing I remember, gosh, I can't remember who told me this, but the advice was to keep your gas tank filled and don't be driving around with a half-empty gas tank, because in Florida, the humidity gets into that other half because there's air in that other half, and then if you go someplace cold, it'll condense and become water and go into the gas. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I mean, just start your car up in the summer and turn on your air conditioner, and all the water, you have the water that drains out of your drain.
Right.
But then also, I mean, just look at the hoses and the lines, and look at the windows here.
Right.
It's 15 degrees cooler in this room than it is outside with no
so you
humidity.
Got the condensation.
So you have the condensation.
So that gets into your gas.
It can, but it's not an issue.
It's not a big deal.
Nah.
Okay. So I don't have to buy any product that's being sold to me on my computer.
No, you really don't.
You have water. If you live in Florida, it says you have water. Chances are you have water in your gas tank, and here's a product that'll fix it.
Yeah. Okay. So if that's the case, and how many cars are driving in Ocala today?
Well, I figured don't fix a problem that's not there.
Absolutely, and don't put some kind of junk in your gas tank either.
Yeah. Well,
sometimes you have to do stuff. Like. If it came to the point where the water in your gas is an issue, what we're doing? We're pulling your tank out, we're draining the gas out, we're cleaning out the tank, we're putting it back in, and we're fixing it. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're at the halfway point. If you want to call Matt during the show, you are invited to do that. The number is 622-WOCA.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be warm but humid on this Monday with clouds and sun, along with a shower or thunderstorm in spots this afternoon. The high 82 to 86. Mostly cloudy, warm, and muggy tonight with a shower or thunderstorm in spots, mainly during the evening hours over the interior. The overnight low 69 to 73. For tomorrow, times of clouds and sun, warm but humid with a shower in the area. The high 83 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Join us downtown for a truly wonderful Ocala tradition, the 32nd annual Light Up Ocala, on Saturday, November 21st from 4 to 9 p.m. The highlight of the evening will be the lighting of downtown Ocala and the 42-foot Christmas tree at 6:30. There'll be live entertainment, crafts, food, children's activities, and of course, a visit by Santa. And you can stop by the WOCA booth and register for your chance to win a brand new big screen LED TV. So come, be a part of the 32nd annual Light Up Ocala.
What are the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking? Will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Cookies, 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 cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. That's right. The Great American Cookie Company in the Paddock Mall, Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. You might notice that I said fun and delicious more than once. That's because I can't say it enough. The next time you're at the mall, be sure and stop by or call 352-237-2557 to place your order.
Cookies, cookies,
Yum.
cookies, cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
The Great American Cookie Company.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
And it's bad thoughts about messing up or not being good enough that kill confidence. So tell yourself, you can do it. Blowing bubbles can help us fall asleep because it's like a deep breathing exercise helping to calm our body and mind. And since blowing bubbles feels silly, it helps the mind move on from worries that might keep us awake. So throw back some cranberry juice, improve your heart health within 24 hours.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Stay informed on everything going on in the villages with the Village Spectator newspaper. The Village Spectator is exclusively devoted to the villages with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of the Village Spectator today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
18 minutes after 10 o'clock. I don't know why I do that. I get involved with a story during the break, and then I come back on. I have to explain what I'm laughing at. Matt Gibbs is here to talk about your cars and your trucks and your snow blowers and everything else that uses an engine. You ever fix lawnmowers and things like that?
Yeah, lawnmower. I've never fixed a snowblower.
Snowblower, no?
No, it's not on my list of things to fix either.
Do you think the gas-powered garden tools are better than the electric garden tool?
Well,
it seems like they're stronger, doesn't it?
I always have, but here's a thing. A couple weeks ago, I bought a battery-powered garden tool.
Okay,
it's 40 volts. It's one of those chainsaws on a pole.
A chainsaw
on a pole? Because I had to get up there and trim my palm trees.
Right.
And I said, let me just try one of these things. And I'm telling you what, I'm impressed.
Really?
And then I bought the chainsaw with a battery and a charger and whatnot. Now I can buy all the accessories. They had blowers, they had a smaller chainsaw, they had weed eaters, they had all kinds of different tools, and it uses the same battery. So I could either buy that without the battery, and it's a lot cheaper.
Right.
Or I can buy it with a battery and have several batteries, and they're all interchangeable. But I was very, very impressed at the length of time that I got to use my chainsaw. I was very impressed by the power that it had. It was really. Is
it lighter in weight?
Yeah. It was lighter, and it came with an attachment to I can make the pole even longer, about 3 feet longer.
So that's got to be heavy if you have the chainsaw on the end of a pole.
Yeah, but it's not. It wasn't. It's not that heavy.
Easy to control.
Yeah, easy to control.
Huh.
So with the technology and the way that they're coming out with better batteries, it's going to make everything better. I don't like. I have an edger, a hedger, that was electric that I use on smaller stuff around the house, and I don't know, about 8 times I've cut the extension cord.
Oh,
you know
really?
What I'm saying? My
Yeah.
extension cord was 50 feet long, and now it's about 8 feet long.
Oh, no.
Because I keep cutting it and fixing it, and but with that, you don't have to worry about that. You just put the battery in there and you go on with it.
Right.
So I was kind of impressed.
Has anybody come by to purchase one of those boxes that we've been talking about?
Yes. So I have several on order, and one person did come in and get one.
Okay.
And I will say this. Mine is the box on it is about that big.
That is amazing. For those who can't see the paper, let's see, it's about the size of a Christmas card.
Yeah. And maybe not as wide as a Christmas card.
Yeah, right. That's amazing. That'll jumpstart a car.
Oh, yeah. I used it. Matter of fact, Friday, I had to jump off 2 cars, and because I keep it in my car.
Uh-huh.
And so I had to jump off 2 cars. And I probably could have jumped off some more, but I pushed my little light and it said yellow, so I went ahead and charged it. Now I've had this charger for probably 1.5 years, and it's the third time I've charged it. And I use mine all the time.
Wow. Does it have to sit on the battery for a period of time, or you just hook it up and crank it?
You hook it up and go.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you didn't already hear, this is for sale at Matt's Garage, and how much are they?
They're like $124.99 or something, $125.
Mm-hmm. And what do you ask for again? A car charger, a box?
It's just a jump box.
Jump box. Okay. I just think I would like people to know about this more. So we just repeat something we said in the previous show.
Yeah, and it's I think it's something great to have in your car. Maybe not even for you, but if you're in a parking lot and somebody else is needing it.
That's a really great gift for the season.
Yeah, I've got like 4 of them.
I bet you most people don't have this. I don't have one.
No, a lot of people don't have them. It's you can put it in a bag smaller than jumper cables, good jumper cables, or even junky.
Right.
Take up more space than this will.
Right.
You charge it up. You can put it in your car. It'll stay charged. It's nanotechnology. It is completely off. It doesn't discharge and you don't have to. There's no on and off switch. Nothing. You just hook it up to the battery.
Wow.
That activates it. You start up the car, you take it off, it deactivates it, it shuts it down. It doesn't have any kind of static draw, no, and it stays pumped up, so to speak. It stays until you. I know I get about 35 jump starts on one charge.
Let me ask you something. Let me take a phone call first, then I'll ask you my question. Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air with Matt.
Hi, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. I have a question. Will this thing do diesel trucks?
Well, I had a situation where I had to go up north when my father-in-law passed away, and it was -4 degrees when we woke up the morning after we got there, and we were going over to the funeral home, and my brother-in-law has an excursion, a Ford diesel excursion. And he went out there and it wouldn't start. And he was going in to get his big jump box. He has one of those big ones like most people do. And I said, let me try mine. So I ran up to my car, got it out. It's been sitting in my car, -4 degrees, hooked it up to his diesel truck, and that sucker fired right up.
Wow.
Okay, what's the number to find you, please?
You can call me at 690-1993.
Fabulous. I'll get with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the one I want to reach people. So is the diesel harder to jumpstart than the gas car?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why? Why is that?
Well, the reason is the compression ratios between a gasoline and a diesel are completely different. Like
so the battery is different?
The batteries are, yes, they're the same. It's a battery. It's just twice as big as the one in your car.
I didn't know that.
Typically, there's 2 of them. Like his particular excursion uses 2 what we call 65 series batteries. That's a type of battery, and his truck requires 2, where my Ford Expedition has 1. His has 2, and the reason is that the compression ratio on a Ford diesel truck is 20 to 1 where on a gasoline engine it may be 8 to 1. So there's a lot more combustible area for the engine to have to explode and turn over. So therefore it requires a way more battery.
So this maybe is a dumb question, but the cars that are totally batteries, there's no gas at all. If are there any like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some electric cars.
Okay. Yeah, the face is what I'm laughing at. You obviously don't like them. Okay. but they would never need to be jump started, right? Is that a dumb question?
Okay. Okay. If we're talking total electric car,
right,
like a Tesla or something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then if it's dead, and you got problems. Okay. A lot of these hybrids, like I just worked on a 2008 GMC Yukon hybrid. Okay. It's partial electric, it's partial engine, and then it's also partial what they call AFM. This thing had an AFM system, which is active fuel management. The hybrid battery went bad. Okay. I could get the engine, I could get it to start, but it wouldn't run because the computer wouldn't allow it to run because the electrical battery part of it went bad. The hybrid battery went bad. That battery, is a battery pack, and that inside that battery pack there's 40 batteries, and they work in pairs. 2 batteries are 1 pair.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And that battery had to be replaced. We tried regenerating that battery and it wouldn't regenerate, so we had to go in there and we had to replace the battery pack. Now the battery pack is $4,000 for a battery.
Whoa.
So that's why I make a face. I wish that I love the technology. I'm all for technology.
Right.
I'm all for alternative fuels. I love dealing with that stuff and messing around with it. But I also need to look at it from a customer's perspective. They go and they get these things, and we've talked about this before on the show. There's certain types of customers. There's those that where the money really doesn't matter. It's that they're doing their part,
right, as
far as the environment, and they don't mind spending an extra $20,000 to say that I'm participating in this, And then there's other folks that get these alternative cars and say, well, I want better gas mileage, and I'm not necessarily for the environment, but I am for my pocketbook. And what happens is that, like for instance, this Yukon, as far as fuel economy goes, they're 2 miles to the gallon difference for all this money.
Wow, that's not much.
I'm more on the practical side of things. I'd like to see things work better, work more efficient, but yet not kick us in our wallet either.
Yeah, well, and that's probably 90% of us. I mean, we might want to be good stewards as we can possibly be, but it's not practical, financially practical.
It's like going to McDonald's. Try to eat healthy at McDonald's.
Right.
My goodness, you can eat a lot of hamburgers.
It just tastes good, doesn't it? we were in Daytona last Wednesday, and we stopped at I guess it was a McDonald's, and there was some guy who was asking for money. So I said, well, what do you really want the money for? Are you hungry? Yeah. So I brought him out two Big Macs. It was $5 a piece in Daytona. How come they're so cheap here and so much money over there?
I don't know. I thought they were 2 for $5.
I think they are here. Matt, what's your phone number again?
My phone number is 352-690-1993.
Well, I know you're busy. Thank you for coming in. We'll be right back.
Automotive will treat you right. We'll treat you right.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Protest at the